Hello, dear friends, and welcome to the EverSage channel. Today, we're going to touch on one of those everyday topics that people don't always talk about over coffee, but that many of us think about. Why do some women start to feel resentment toward their husbands as they get older? No, it's not just a momentary irritation or fatigue from years of living together. There are real reasons behind it, sometimes hidden, sometimes obvious, but always something we can address. We live in America, where openness, practicality, and self-care are part of our culture. And these conversations are especially important for us, especially in our golden years. So, let's figure out together what's going on and how to bring warmth, joy, and understanding back into your relationship. Even after decades together, why does this happen? Getting to the root of the issue. As we age, relationships can change, and not always for the better. It's not the loud arguments you see on television or dramatic door-slamming scenes. No, it's something quieter, almost unnoticed, like water slowly wearing down a stone. In American life, where we value independence, comfort, and personal happiness, these moments stand out. Let's break down 5 key reasons that can cause these feelings and look at them through examples that resonate with us, American grandparents. 1. Household chores. Who's pulling the weight? The first reason is the unequal division of household chores. Yes, we're in the 21st century, and equality is a buzzword, but in reality, many American women still shoulder most of the work: cooking, cleaning, caring for grandchildren. And if the husband doesn't notice or help, resentment starts to build. It's not just about the chores, it's about feeling unheard and undervalued. Real-life example. Meet Jane from the suburbs of Chicago. She's 68, loves her grandchildren, and every day she picks them up from school, cooks dinner, and keeps the house in order. Her husband, Bill, after retiring, has discovered the world of sports channels and the comfort of the couch. Jane doesn't mind him relaxing, but when she's washing dishes alone for the 3rd time this week and Bill doesn't even offer to help, she starts grumbling to herself. Am I the maid in this house? It's not anger, it's a quiet disappointment that grows day by day. 2. Money matters. The endless debate between saving and spending. The second reason is finances. In America, where retirement planning, medical bills, and taxes are serious business, couples often argue over money. One wants to save for a rainy day. The other wants to enjoy life while they still can. As we age, these disagreements sharpen, especially when income is fixed and dreams differ. Real-life example. Tom and Carol from sunny Arizona are a typical retired couple. Tom believes every cent should go into savings if they need a new hearing aid or roof repair. Carol dreams of taking the grandkids to Disneyland or going to Hawaii while she can still enjoy the sun. Their money disputes turn into a cold war. She calls him a penny pincher. He calls her a spendthrift. Soon, every evening is spent in tense silence. 3. Silence instead of conversation. Where did the words go? The third reason is the fading of communication. Remember how you used to talk for hours about dreams, kids, or vacation plans? Over the years, conversations often shrink to trivialities. Did you buy milk? Or doctor's appointment on Wednesday? In America, where we value individuality, this is especially noticeable. Each person retreats into their own world, and the emotional connection weakens. Real-life example. Martha and Fred from Oregon have been together for 45 years. They used to laugh over silly jokes at dinner or argue about politics until midnight. Now, their conversations are short exchanges about bills or the weather. Martha misses the days when Fred asked for her opinion or shared his thoughts. She feels like she's living with a roommate, not a husband, and this loneliness breeds quiet resentment. 4. Health issues. when care becomes a heavy burden. The fourth reason is health-related. In America, the healthcare system is a maze of bills, insurance, and doctor visits. As we age, one spouse often the woman takes on the role of caregiver, scheduling appointments, managing medications, paying for prescriptions. It's exhausting, and sometimes fatigue turns into irritation toward the one being cared for. Real-life example. Ron from Georgia has a weak heart, and his wife Ann is his main support. She drives him to checkups, argues with the insurance company, reminds him about his pills. Ann loves Ron, but when she's making her 5th pharmacy run this month, and he doesn't even say thank you, resentment boils up. She doesn't want to feel this way, but exhaustion takes over. 5. Different dreams, when paths diverge. And the 5th reason is differing life goals. In retirement, each person develops their own desires. One wants peace and routine, the other craves new adventures. In America, where self-fulfillment matters even at 70, this can become a stumbling block. If dreams don't align, one spouse starts to see the other as an obstacle. Real-life example. Sandra from Colorado has always wanted to paint. She's enrolled in art classes and dreams of going to Italy for inspiration. Her husband, Paul, thinks retirement is for relaxing at home, not running around. Sandra feels like Paul is holding her back, and this irritation grows. She thinks he doesn't want her to be happy. What happens next? From small grievances to a big rift. If these issues are ignored, small grievances turn into deep cracks. In America, divorces among seniors are no longer rare, and often, it starts with these everyday struggles. Resentment isn't the end, it's a distress signal from your relationship. And you know what? It can be fixed. The key is not to stay silent and to take action. How to restore harmony. Practical steps for American couples. Here are some ideas to strengthen your bond. They're simple but effective, especially if both of you are willing to put in a little effort. Talk about everything. In America, we value honesty. Say it straight. It's hard for me to handle all the chores alone. Or, let's discuss how to spend our savings. Regular conversations are like oil for the engine of your relationship. Share the load. You don't have to split everything 50-50ths, but find a balance. Maybe the husband can cook dinner once a week or water the garden. Small steps lead to big results. Agree on money. Sit down with a cup of coffee, open the budget, and discuss priorities. Maybe there's a compromise, a little for savings, a little for a trip with the grandkids. Ask for help. Tired of health-related worries? America has plenty of resources. Support groups, social workers, even kind neighbors. Don't be afraid to delegate. You're not superheroes. Support each other's dreams. If one wants to learn or travel, find a way to do it together. Or at least say, I'm proud of you, go for your dream. It inspires and brings you closer. Conclusion. Age is not a sentence. Resentment toward a husband in later years isn't fatates the result of everyday challenges, unequal chores, money disputes, silence, health burdens, or differing dreams. For us Americans who value practicality and openness, it's important not to bury our heads in the sand, but to work on it. Relationships are like a good old car. With care and love, it'll serve you for many more years and take you to happiness. Thank you for spending this time with us on EverSage. If you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for our next video. We'll talk about how to keep the spark of love and intimacy alive in retirement. Remember, age isn't the end of the road. It's a chance to start a new chapter. See you soon, friends.